what a zombie apocalypse will look like, I guess. Oh my god. Hello guys, welcome back to this new video. Yes, what you just saw in the intro, yes, I went to Spain and it was pretty crazy, but you'll see later on in the video. So in today's video, the idea was to go there and shoot film. And initially I wanted to bring my Leica M6, but I thought, hey, I need to protect my camera and there's no way I can change film and rewind the film and everything when it's wrapped up in plastic or something. So it's not gonna happen. So I cannot use my M6 and also I don't want to destroy it. So instead of bringing my M6, I picked up another camera. I picked up this Konica and I can never remember this name. It's because some Japanese name. I just put it down here. So you know what it is. And it's a 28mm lens. And actually it's a pretty cool camera and I can just drop it and it will probably survive because it's very sturdy. In order to use this, of course, I need some film. And I thought, hey, if I go there and there will be lots of red color, so I think I should use a film that emphasizes red and has a really nice red color. And I thought that this guy here, Center Color 100, which is basically Kodak Aero Color 100. And that's what I was shooting, and alongside I was shooting this one here. And this is basically also respooled Kodak Aero Color 100 made by Carmencita, my favorite lab in this world. They gave me the role to shoot in the episode and I shoot basically both films, and there's no need to tell you which was which because it's the same film in the end. And also developing and everything else was done by Carmencita, my favorite lab in the world. So if you're interested, check them out. I'm always very, very happy with the results. And alongside film, I thought maybe I should also bring a digital camera just in case. And I brought the LEICA Q3. A lot of people will now say, oh, you're crazy. How can you bring a LEICA Q3, a very expensive camera, to something insane like that? There's a high chance of ruining it. Yes, it's true. There's a chance, and it's not just water that it's spilled there, so it got pretty gross. But the camera survived and was doing a really good job. Without further ado, let's hop right into the action and talk to you later. The Tomatina takes place in Buñol, which is only a 30 minutes bus ride away from Valencia. It is a beautifully located town, or should I rather call it a village, because it is very small. Anyway, we arrived early in the morning and there were already hundreds of other attendees. And soon later, those turned into thousands of people from all over the world. While walking through the main entrance, the security wouldn't let me in because of my camera. But since I was in Spain and things are a little bit more flexible here, I thought that there would be a way to sneak into the event with my cameras. And I was right. Just walking around for a few minutes, I found another entrance where security wasn't even looking into my small camera bag. And finally, we were in. The festival starts with a big piece of ham that is mounted on top of a wooden pole, and people are trying to climb up to bring it back down. Sounds much easier than it is, and my first task was to get very close to the action for the best photos possible. While I was getting closer, I noticed that the pole was covered in some greasy looking stuff, which made it extra hard to climb up. But also the floor in front was covered in the same thing, and well, a few people managed to lose their phones amidst all the chaos. After a few film shots, I switched over to the Q3, because otherwise I would have burned through my first roll way too quickly. And it was only the beginning of the event. The camera was wrapped up in kitchen plastic, which wasn't needed at this point, but later on I was very thankful for it. The downside of the kitchen wrap was that I couldn't see much on the screen, but to be honest, it wasn't a big problem. It was total chaos and people were on top of each other left, right and center. While I moved locations, someone actually reached the top but didn't manage to pull it down. In fact, I'm not even sure if anyone succeeded in the end. So I went closer again to fire a few more film shots. The first roll was finished and it was time for the second one. I was glad that it was so easy to throw in a new one. There would have been no way to do that on my M6 without ruining it, especially later on when it got really messy. It was time to move to a new location and now it got really wet. This part was a nice throwback to my time during Songkran in Thailand. I think they were pumping up the water from the small mountain river that goes through Bunyol. And trust me, it was proper cold.
It's waterproof.
At this point, I was soaking wet.
I'm not sure if you can understand me, but it's so bloody loud here. It's basically the same like Songkran, but the tomato part is still missing, so this is about to come pretty soon. I'm soaking wet, and yeah, I mean the flash, I think the battery is dead on my flash. That's pretty sad, but it's okay. I can still shoot the Q3. But now I'm rocking the Konica here, so yeah, this is pretty epic. So let's hope the tomato stuff begins very soon, and then yeah, let's get the party started.
I was trying to find a good spot to shoot the tomato party, but there were so many people and it took forever to walk just a few meters. If you don't like massive crowds, this is definitely not the place to come. Eventually, I managed to pull through.
Perfect outfit here.
I figured that this would potentially be a good spot for the tomato battle. Now it was time to get more wet and wait for what was to unfold. The first truck loaded with tomatoes was in sight and proper madness about to begin. I was glad that I brought some goggles because the tomatoes weren't soft at all and I got hit in the face 2 or 3 times. And by the way, I had no idea that tomatoes could smell that bad.
There's no way I can do it now.
I switched to the Q3 since I couldn't change roles, which was easier said than done.
I can't really move here, it's just too many people.
At this point, I was glad that the Q3 was wrapped up. My wrist strap that I was using smelled awful even days after the event.
Oh my god, it's so gross. Oh my fucking god, it's so crazy. I cannot see anything on the screen. Just freestyling it.
if you're wondering about the settings that I used on the Q3 here, and by the way, I was using a Pro Mist 1/4 filter in front of the lens, so the lens also was protected by the filter, not just the wrap I wrapped around. And also I used the original lens hood because I think it's easier to wrap up the camera, and it's protecting it, maybe the lens, a little bit better than this one. This one just looks funky. All right, so the settings I was using, because I could not see anything on the screen, I was basically freestyling everything. So in here I used auto ISO, shutter speed also on auto, and I used autofocus. The lens was stopped down to f11 or I think it was f16 even, and I used autofocus, face tracking, so basically AFC face tracking. That's what I was using, and I think it did a pretty good job. I mean, f16, yeah, most things are in focus, but nevertheless it did a pretty good job of doing that, because like I said, I couldn't do anything, and I could not even see the markings on the lens for a manual focus. So I think that was the best way to set up the camera. And because I was not using a flash, I just let the camera decide whatever it wanted to do, and it did a pretty good job. So let's get back to the video.
All right, let's shoot some more film.
People went absolutely crazy. Just imagine some of the folks you see here might have been back to the office in a suit just a few days after the event.
This is what a zombie apocalypse will look like, I guess. Oh my god. This is insane. Oh my god, I look like shit. Well, I guess everybody looks like it.
The camera bag that I brought was a total mess and I threw it away. So I think it's important that you realize that only bring stuff here that you're willing to throw away afterwards. Of course, not the cameras though.
Okay, this was the last frame. Oh my god. So now I need to take a shower. And the woman over there is providing it. Perfect.
moments later.
Alright guys, I think that's it from here today. I'm now documenting a little bit of the aftermath here, and I will probably put a few photos in here just so you can see. I'm somewhat clean again, thanks God. Yeah, it was awesome. Absolutely insane.
Oh my God, guys, it's crazy just rewatching the footage. I always have to laugh when I just look at it because it was so insane. And luckily everything survived. My Q3 is fine. The Konica is fine. The only thing that did not survive was my camera bag, but I knew that before, so I brought the camera bag in order to probably throw it away if it's too messy, and it got really messy. So it smelled awful after the event, so I threw it away right after. And besides that, yeah, I think was great going there, but I don't think that is probably not a good idea for most people because there's a risk involved. Yes, it's not just the water and the tomatoes and all the acids floating around. I think there's also a good chance that you might slip because there's some parts where you can see the floor is totally covered in this grime and tomato, whatever. So there's a good chance of maybe slipping and then you break your camera that way or something else, which would be even worse. But yeah, I think for me it was good going there. I'm not sure if I would go there again. I think once is probably enough. But if you have some suggestions where I should go, maybe some crazy festival, something like that, or something even crazier, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I consider doing that. Who knows? Alright guys, if you want to support the channel and help me out make more crazy videos like this or even crazier ones in the future, check out my street photography zines and also my presets for Lightroom. The link will be in the description box down below. And as always guys, if you like the video, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see each other very soon in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.